The Book of Jubilees, chapter 12. And it came to pass in the 6th week, in the 7th year thereof, that Abram said to Terah his father, saying, Father. And he said, Behold, here I am, my son. And he said, What help and profit have we from the idols which thou dost worship, and before which thou dost bow thyself? For there is no spirit in them, for they are dumb forms, and a misleading of the heart. Worship them not. Worship the Most High, power of heaven, who causes the rain and the dew to descend on the earth, and does everything upon the earth, and has created everything by his word, and all life is from before his face. Why do ye worship things that have no spirit in them? For they are the work of man's hands. And on your shoulders do ye bear them, and ye have no help from them. But they are a great cause of shame to those who make them, and a misleading of the heart to those who worship them. Worship them not. And his father said unto him, I also know it, my son. But what shall I do with a people who have made me to serve before them? And if I tell them the truth, they will slay me. For their soul cleaves to them to worship them and honor them. Keep silent, my son, lest thou slay thee. And these words he spake to his two brothers, and they were angry with him, and he kept silent. And in the 4th Jubilee, in the 2nd week, in the 7th year thereof, Abram took to himself a wife, and her name was Sarah, the daughter of his father, and she became his wife. And Haran his brother took to himself a wife in the 3rd year of the 3rd week, and she bare him a son in the 7th year of this week, and he called his name Lot. And Nahor his brother took to himself a wife, and in the 6th year of the life of Abram, that is, in the 4th week, in the 4th year thereof, Abram arose by night and burned the house of the idols, and he burned all that was in the house, and no man knew it. And they arose in the night and sought to save their gods from the midst of the fire. And Haran hasted to save them, but the fire flamed over him, and he was burnt in the flame. And he died in Ur of the Chaldees before Terah his father. And they buried him in Ur of the Chaldees. And Terah went forth from Ur of the Chaldees, he and his sons, to go into the land of Lebanon, and to in the land of Canaan. And he dwelt in the land of Haran, and Abram dwelt with Terah his father in Haran 2 weeks of years. And in the 6th week, in the 5th year thereof, Abram sat up throughout the night on the new moon of the 7th month to observe the stars from the evening to the morning, in order to see what would be the character of the year with regard to the rains. And he was alone, and he sat and observed. And a word came into his heart, and he said, All the signs of the stars, and the signs of the moon, and of the sun, are all in the hand of the Most High Power. Why do I search them out? If he desires, he causes it to rain morning and evening, and if he desires, he withholds it, and all things are in his hand. And he prayed that night and said, My power most high, thou alone art my power, and thee and thy dominion have I chosen. And thou hast created all things, and all things that are the work of thy hands. Deliver me from the hands of evil spirits, who have sway over the thoughts of men's hearts, and let them not lead me astray from thee, my power. And establish thou me and my seed forever, that we go not astray from henceforth and forevermore. And he said, Shall I return to Ur of the Chaldees, who seek my face, that I may return to them? Or am I to remain here in this place? The right path before thee prosper it in the hands of thy servant, that he may fulfill it, and that I may not walk in the deceitfulness of my heart, O my power. And he made an end of speaking and praying, and behold, the word of I am was sent to him through me, saying, Get thee up from thy country, and from thy kindred, and from the house of thy father, unto a land which I shall show thee, and I shall make thee a great and numerous nation. and I shall bless thee, and I shall make thy name great, and thou wilt be blessed in the earth, and in thee will all families of the earth be blessed. And I shall bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curse thee. And I shall be a power to thee and thy son, and to thy son's son, and to all thy seed. Fear not, from henceforth and unto all generations of the earth, I am thy power. And the Most High Power said, Open his mouth and his ears, that he may hear and speak with his mouth, with the language which has been revealed. For it has caused for the mouths of all the children of men, from the day of the overthrow of Babel. And I opened his mouth, and his ears, and his lips, and I began to speak with him in Hebrew, in the tongue of the creation. And he took the books of his fathers, and these were written in Hebrew, and he transcribed them, and he began from henceforth to study them. And I made known to him that which he could not understand, and he studied them during the 6 rainy months. And it came to pass in the 7th year of the 6th week that he spoke to his father, and informed him that he would leave Haran to go into the land of Canaan to see it, and return to him. And Terah his father said unto him, Go in peace. May the eternal power make thy path straight, and the power be with thee, and protect thee from all evil, and grant unto thee grace, mercy, and favor before those who see thee, and may none of the children of men have power over thee to harm thee. Go in peace. And if thou seest a land pleasant to thy eyes to dwell in, then arise, and take me to thee, and take Lot with thee, the son of Haran thy brother, and thine own son. The Most High will be with thee. And Nahor thy brother leave with me till thou returnest in peace, and we will go with thee all together. Oh, all praise to the power of the Son of Man, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That was a beautiful chapter right there, y'all. All praise. So basically this chapter 12, deals with Father Abraham, but before his name got changed to Abraham, when his name was still Abram, you know what I'm saying? And it basically dealt with his building up of righteousness throughout the Jubilees, you know what I'm saying? Because Abraham, he was always righteous, and the Most High was able to use him and to talk to him and speak to him and guide him on his ways, you know what I'm saying? Abraham, he always knew the Most High. He always knew the Most High power, and he always prayed to him and talked to him. And thus, the Most High power talked back to Abraham, you know what I'm saying? And basically made the covenant with Abraham, telling him that everything that he touched, everywhere he walked would all be blessed. You know what I'm saying? Him and his children's children, all the way until this time, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these Deuteronomy 28, chapter 28 curses, you know what I'm saying, make you feel like you're cursed. Because I know a lot of camps make it seem like, we're still in captivity, we're still cursed. No, man. That's only for the old man. That's your old man. If you continue in your ways, then yeah, you're going to be cursed in those Deuteronomy chapter 28 curses. But once you switch and become born again and follow the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, and follow the high holy days to the best of your abilities, there's also blessings in Deuteronomy chapter 28, not just the curses, but the blessings as well. And you'll get switched like a light bulb from the curses straight to them blessings. All praise. You know what I'm saying? And those blessings, they're innumerable. They're eternal blessings. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I gotta say is, I mean, I'm 36, about to be 37 years old, so I'm still relatively young. And I'm trying to speak to my generation of Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? If I could change my ways, my bad, ignorant, arrogant ways back in my 20s and even some of my early 30s to change fully into a righteous Israelite, then who's to say that you can't? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all get tried, you know what I'm saying? But that's all part of the Most High's test, you know what I'm saying? You have to get tested. It's required. Every prophet got tested and tried, you know what I'm saying, in tribulation. That's what made us saint, you know what I'm saying? The tribulation saints. To be able to keep your head up in tribulation and hard times. You know what I'm saying? Look at Paul. Paul, he knew that in a few days, probably a few weeks, he was in them holding cages. He knew he was about to be beheaded. But do you think Paul just buckled down and said, you know what, it's over with, life is done? Nah, Paul was probably strong at his strongest within them holding cells, them last couple weeks of his life. You know what I'm saying? Before he turned into a mighty martyr of the Most High. And I'm just saying all that to say that if you change your ways, follow the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities, he could finally start to use you just like he used our forefather Abraham. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of y'all is like, man, the Most High, he don't be talking to us and he don't talk to us like he used to back in Old Testament. Why is that? Because there's so much unrighteousness in the world. It's hard for him to find a righteous saint. You know what I'm saying? Just like I'm quoting either Matthew or Revelations, he said he's going to find a little bit here, a little bit there, probably one faithful in this town, one faithful in this city. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be here a little, there a little. So with that being said, Israel, keep your head up. I don't care what nobody tells me right now. I know we're living in Jacob's trouble, and I'm talking about spiritually, because I feel it. You know what I'm saying? I feel it. All praise to the power of the Son of Man, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Father, I am that I am, and for his only begotten Son, the Son of Man, to finally come and save the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All praise. Shalom.